Hi, my name's Laura and I'm Head of Customer Development, and I'm here with Rachel, who is our Member Support Team Manager, and we're going to have a quick chat today, Rach, because you are celebrating such a significant milestone.
I know.
Top service, 20 whole years you've
I
now
know, that's
done with us.
half my life.
Half your life. Congratulations and thank you, 20 years,
Yes.
massive. So Rachel, looking back over your 20 days, can you remember your first day at Top Service?
I can, yes. So I remember on my first day that Emma, who's now our CEO, was actually office manager back then. So I had my induction with her. And back then the role I applied for was a bit of a dual role between what's now member support and debt recovery. So I didn't know what one I was coming into on the day. And I was actually on the member support team, hence why I perhaps love it so much now.
Yeah.
And I spent the day with a lovely, lovely lady called Jo, and was shadowing her and sort of getting to grips with the role, which was very, very different 20 years ago.
It was. That's fabulous. So how would you say that your role has evolved then over the past 20 years?
So it's evolved massively. So when I initially started out, as I say, I was doing sort of a week on debt recovery, week on member support. The company then kind of made the decision that actually we should have experts in each department.
Yeah.
My skill set kind of fell more into the customer service role, so I kind of gravitated to that. But over the years, I've actually done account management, debt admin as well. So I've done quite a few roles within the business. But I must admit, my heart and passion's always been with member support, and I've always found myself kind of going back into that role. And then I became the supervisor for the department, and then last December became the manager.
You have, and a cracking job you're doing, Rachel.
Ah, thank
You've got
you.
an amazing team underneath you, and you do it absolutely amazing.
Thank
so
you.
Thank you. So what would you say has really motivated you to stay 20 years within Top Service?
So the culture of the business is a big thing. So it is like, it sounds very cheesy, but it is like a bit of a community family feel to it. You're never a number, you're always a person. And it's just been an honour to sort of see the business grow and keep that mentality as they've grown as well.
Brilliant, fabulous. So what would you say is the biggest change that you've seen over the past 20 years then?
So for Top Service, our members and customer service has remained a constant priority. So the biggest change I'd say is the IT developments.
Yeah.
So when I started, it was very much our old-fashioned yellow publication that our older members will remember, I'm sure. Whereas obviously now we've moved more to website, that interaction. We get feeds of information nightly, so our information's constantly changing. And as I say, that I think would definitely be the biggest sort of change that I've seen over 2 decades.
That's brilliant. Okay, so what would you say would be your biggest client win then?
For me, I really take pride. So one of the things we're seeing more and more of in the industry at the moment is these sort of fraudulent application forms, either people posing as genuine companies or companies being formed with ill intent. And I really take pride when we look into it and we warn members, we get them out on the bulletin, and you get that member phone in that goes, oh, I've been approached for 20,000, I've seen your information, thank you so much. I love that. I love that moment that we've really helped that member.
Definitely. I think that it's such a raw thing at the moment. It's such a worry for most industries.
It's awful.
It is, isn't it? So definitely, I agree. It's probably a really big client win that.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Thanks, Rach.
That's all right.
Okay, probably a big question to ask then. Over the past 20 years, what would you say is the most memorable moment for yourself?
Oh gosh, there's been loads of those over the 20 years. Obviously I worked through COVID during that time, so that was an adjustment, sort of working from home, coming back into the office. The sort of people stories, I've kind of been very fortunate to meet so many people over that time, some of which are still here, some of which have moved on. I remember many years ago, and it was before we moved offices, so it would have been a long time ago. One of the phones were ringing, and Emma, who would have been manager then, sort of said to somebody, "Can you pick up the phone?" And they literally picked up the entire phone. Didn't quite grasp the instruction there. So there's hundreds of stories like that with people and Christmas parties and things like that. But yeah, it's just been a wild ride.
Brilliant. Well, fabulous. On behalf of Top Service and I just want to say a huge thank you for your commitment and everything that you do for us over the past 20 years.
Hopefully you keep me for another 20 years.
Let's hope. Thank you very much, Rachel.